Hello everyone, today I'm about to give you brief information about writing. To be more precisely, the formal writing, because we know the formal writing is considered integral parts of the writing. The many language exam, including state test system, state exams require you to produce a letter responding to a given situation within the time limit. Letters can be informal, semi-formal and formal. So here, before talking about more clearly formal letter, let me give you some information about each types of letter. First one is informal letters. Informal letters are written to people who you know well, such as your friends or your relatives. The next types of is considered the formal letters. The formal letters are written to persons you only know in a professional capacity and do not usually interact with, or a persons you do not know but the need to interact with for some professional purpose. Formal letters also include letters written to the government departments, business or media instead of known individual. And we have got the last type is considered semi-formal letters. Semi-formal letters are written to a person you know on a professionals, not a personal level. For example, your colleague or your collegiate tutor, it can be. They are considered also, if you write the letter in this way, this letter is considered a semi-formal letter. Here, I would like to give you brief information subgroup of letters. They are letters of complaint, second one letters of asking information, or we can say giving information, and the next one a letter of request, and the next a letter of asking or for giving advice, we can say. And next step we have invitational letters. Also we have accepting or refusing invitation letters, and expressing our congratulations, thanks and regrets or sympathy. Also, in order to express our congratulations, thanks and regret or sympathy, we can write even the letters in English language. And also we have got another extra types of letters. They are called letters giving news, letters of apology, or application letter to find a job or to take a course to somewhere, or as editor providing solution or suggestion information letter. Also we can write in English language, but each type also has got their own way, own style to write. But here the most important point of my class today to give you the information about formal letter. So I would like to give you some steps in writing letter for an exam. So these steps consist of 6. The first one is analyze the given task. Here exactly you would like to analyze the task, you can say who you are and what your situation is. The first thing you must consider. Second one is who you are writing to. It means here you have to write the person's name. And the third one, what you should include in your letter. Let me give you one example to prove my sentence. For example, you are going to another country to study. You would like to do a part-time job while you are studying, so you want to ask a friend who lives there for some help and write a letter to this friend. In your letter, you must include this point. First one is give details of your study plans. Second one, explain why you want to get a part-time job. And the last one, suggest how your friend could help you to find a job. These are considered the most important point to write a letter. And the second step exactly will be brainstorm ideas. Yes, without brainstorm, writing something is impossible in English language. Let me explain it also with one example. Let's say within this task, I will explain it. You have been invited to attend an interview for a place studying a course in a college. Unfortunately, because of the previous appointment, you cannot come at the time they wish. So, in this case, write a letter to the admission tutor. In your letter, explain your position, apologize and offer to come on another day or later the same day. Ask also how long the interview will be and whether there will be any tests during it. Also, brainstorm ideas include, you must answer in this question. Who am I? For example, you can write here a university applicant. Who am I writing to? The university admission tutor. The answer will be. And why am I writing? The answer, in order to answer this question, you can explain that I cannot come to the interview at the appointment time. And the last one, why cannot I come to the interview? I will be taking an IELTS exam, for example, will be your excuse or the reason for not coming the interview. What do I want to my reader to do? Here, to postpone the interview to a later time, to provide additional information about the interview. The also next 3, 4 and 5 steps I will tell you one by one. The third step is called plan your letter, and the fourth step you can write your letter as well, and the last step proofread it's called. It means check your errors after finishing your writing. And here also I would like to give you much more information again. Structure of a formal letter. The first is automatically when it comes to the structure of the formal letter, first thing is considered salutation. It means address the person you are writing. It's called the salutation. And the second one is the introduction. Introduction is to state the purpose of your letter. Say why you are writing. And the third one is called body paragraph. In the body paragraph, you provide the relevant details, explain it means you must explain, you must shed on the situation. The fourth part it's considered conclusion. In the conclusion, you can state the expected action. Here you can write here, you can say what you want your reader to do, and the last one you have to write in your letter. It's a complimentary clause. It's called some of books like a closing remarks. Here, use a polite expression to finish your letter and sign the letter. And the last one, you can write even here your name. Okay. So here also I would like to tell you some of information about a good letter what kind of beautiful thing or beautiful writing good letter should consist of. For example, the first thing is appropriate greeting. Any good letter should have appropriate greeting. It means such as I can say dear Peter, dear Mr. Ford, dear sir, or dear madam, it can be. Also, after appropriating greeting, you have to write an introduction. In introduction, clearly stating, you must clearly state the reason you are writing. And after introduction, automatically the writer should write about the main body of this letter. Do not forget, it is considered the most integral and important part of the letter. In the main body, the subject is developed, and each point of the main body should start with a new paragraph. And the last one is called final paragraph. The above I told it as a conclusion. In the final paragraph, you sum up the topic or express your wish for something to be done. And the last one, you can write here appropriate ending. You can write here your wishes or best wishes, and you can write here with the first name and your sincerely, your faithfully, and after this one you can write here even your full name. And here also, in order to write a beautiful letter, there are some styles even, like formal styles I told you and informal styles. But let me tell you some information about characteristic of formal style in letters. They are firstly the greeting. Yes, the greeting should have started in the letter. And the second one is frequent use of passive voice, because the using structure of the passive voice is a bit forbidden in a formal letter. And the formal language can be used in the letter, because do not forget, you are writing the person you don't know, and the person who works in a formal place, I mean. And here it's banned to use colloquial English, but if you use complex sentence, it's possible. Also, it's very, very acceptable it will be. And no abbreviated forms. If you use abbreviated forms, it can be a kind of impolite way to write a letter. And the last one is beautiful ending. Yes, I told the beautiful ending before. And here also, let me give you some information about the characteristic of informal style and letters. They are also the greeting and informal language and styles, idioms and colloquial English can be used in informal letter, but a formal letter, it is forbidden, I told you the before. The abbreviated forms, pronouns, if you use abbreviated forms, it's of the words also it's possible. And some of the pronouns, if you omitted, if you left out them also, it is possible, it will be acceptable. And the ending also, they can be used with the same way like a formal letter. Here also, I would like to give you some information, the language for writing. For example, you can write with a salutation. In the salutation, if you would like to start your letter, dear Mrs., after the person's surname, in this case you can address a woman whose a marital status you don't know, or to address an unmarried woman. Yes, if you would like to address unmarried woman, you can say dear Miss. But if you say Mrs., if you say dear Miss, the person's surname, the unmarried woman also. And here also, and dr, we've got even the abbreviation here. If you use this abbreviation, in this case, person's surname, for example, to address a person who holds a doctoral status. In this case, you can start your letter dr, dear, dr, that's it. After dr, you can write the name of the doctor, for example. And if you would like after the words dear, the person's full name, here it can be used if you do not know the person's gender, or gender. And if you would like the words dear Mr, it means Mr. In this case, person's surname, you can write to address a man, not woman. If you would like the words after dear, you can write Mrs. Here, the person's surname will be written. Here, you can address a married woman here. Okay, and but sometimes after the words dear, a person's first name only can be written. In this case, it means you know the person very well. Yes, but if you write the full name, it means, as I have told you above, you do not know this person very well. Okay, after salutation, I would like to tell you one rule about it. Do not forget, during your writing time, be careful one thing. Abbreviation for Mistr, it means Mr, or abbreviation for Misses, Mrs, or kind of words, etc., are usually written without full stop, understand, in bridge English. and with full stop in American English. Here I would like to I have given you a special and a good point about difference between in punctuation system, difference between British English and American English. And here also another point, in British English we do not use any punctuation mark or use a comma. Dear Mr. Miller or Dear Mr. Miller, that's it, with comma or without comma. In American English, we use a colon, just only colon, just Dear Mr. Miller, that's it. Okay, let me give you some information about introduction of the writing letter. In order to write beautiful introduction, you can use such kind of phrase. This one, let me count one by one. For example, I write concerning, or this is to, I'm writing in response to, I'm writing with regard in, or I'm writing with reference to, or I'm writing with regard in connection with, I'm writing to express my concern, I'm writing to express my dissatisfaction about, I would like to draw your attention to something, or following our meeting or conversation in this way, and etc. So here also I would like to give you some information about closing remarks in formal letter. So after finishing your main body, you have to move the last part of the letter, it's a closing remarks. There are kind of words, they are, for example, if you use the words faithfully, if it means the recipient's name in the salutation should be given. But if you use the words yours faithfully, in this case the recipient's name in the salutation is not necessary to use. So also some of the letters can be finished in this way: yours, regards, or kind regards, or best regards. If the situation is less formal, you can use these phrases even. So it's time to talk about the conclusion part of the letter. The conclusion part of the letter should be finished in this way. For example, I will be grateful if something will happen, or I would be grateful if something will happen, or could you please look into this matter, and you can write the name of the matter here, or please inform me at the earliest convenience here also. And okay, in this case I have to say one point is you must remember here in a formal letter. Firstly, be concise and relevant. It means you must write everything in a clear way. And the second one, get straight to the point and stick to it. And the next, do not include any unnecessary or irrelevant information here, because it's banned. So do not try to use a flowery language. It means try to avoid using like a much more complimentary words. So avoid everyday or colloquial language, slang or jargon. I told you about it even. So, and a kind of contradiction cannot be used, as I have told you. And also another important thing, you must try to avoid emotive and subjective language, like even the terrible, the rubbish kind of words cannot be used in a formal letter. Even the kind of vague words such as nice, good, get, and etc. cannot be used even. And especially be polite and be respectful, because you are writing the person who is necessary and you are in need of this person. Yes. Okay, so let me tell you some information about the assessed, how your letter assessed. I mean the assessment system of the writing letter. To be more clearly, the marking criteria. So in order to pass state test system, test of eligibility for monthly and salary bonuses or C2 level certification test, your letter should meet the following criteria. they are, first one is task achievement. So what is a task achievement? In the task achievement, you are addresses all the points given in the task. So here, and fully develops most of the points given in the task also. You must consider this point even. And the next, you must use appropriate style. For example, some slide in appropriacy also is okay. So, and you can use the correct salutation and ending, and presents clear purpose even. And next criteria is called organization and coherence. Here, the performance has a satisfactory and overall structure at the text level. Some jumpiness may occur even. And the next generally follows paragraphing conventions even. And you must some relationships between ideas also mark it. And you can accurately use a limited number of linking devices. It's very obvious and clearly should be presented in your letter. And you must attempt to use a referencing even. And you can follow standard layout for required task. Yes, they are very essential in writing letter. So also, the next type is considered grammar accuracy. Yes, in the grammar accuracy, you must use different types of sentence structure, such as to be much more clearly complex sentence structure. And using strategy of the tenses also can be used in a correct way. Also, the passive voice and active voice should be written in by relying on the clear grammar structure. I mean, also you cannot make a mistake relating to the spelling here, and you shouldn't make a mistake even to you how to use the preposition, how to use the article even. And the last one is also the lexical resource. Yes, you must show your ability how to use English words, English phrase in English language in your letter very clearly. I mean, so and here finally I will draw a bit structure in the formal letter. The first is exactly it will be introduction. Yes, I would like to repeat again this structure. It's called first paragraph for writing. Yes, okay, and here we will write a reason for writing. After introduction, yes, what I have told you, yes, we can write here main body paragraph. In the main body paragraph, it's considered again development of the subject. And the last one is considered the conclusion paragraph. It is called the final paragraph. Yes, after conclusion, we can write here closing remarks. Let me repeat again to be more clearly for you the structure of the formal letter one more time at the end of my class. This is, we can call it introduction. Yes, of course, introduction is considered paragraph 1 in formal letter. Here, what we need to write? Yes, you are right. We will write here reason for writing. And after introduction, automatically it comes to the turn to write the main body part of the letter. Do not forget, main body part of the letter is identified what types of letter you are writing. This is apology, this is a complaint letter, or this is an invitation letter. And because in the main body paragraph you must develop the subject here. And the last one is the third paragraph is considered as the third part of the letter is considered conclusion. I can call it, it's a final paragraph of the letter. And after we can write the conclusion, we can just write here the closing remarks. And after closing remarks, you can write full name or name. But as usual, be polite during the writing the formal letter. Thank you.